people always be telling me like, bro, where do you get all those ores and materials? How do you make money on this game? I'm broke. Can you spare me items? And then they be telling me, bro, how do you make money? I don't know how to work the broker. Well, the first thing I always tell everybody is, what do you do all day? Because what you do with your time defines you as a person. Time is everything. If you have not seen my video on how to get 1,000 source marks, I recommend you go ahead and check out that video, because this video is kind of similar, but what you need to understand is that everyone needs to start running bounties from T5 all the way to T6. Now, I took the time out of my day to go ahead and show you guys the source marks that you would be rewarded for completing all your bounties from T5 all the way to T6. Some of them are also from T3, like War-Torn Village and Earth 3 Gotham, but you can still earn extra source marks right there. But if you take the time out of your day to complete all your bounties from T5 to T6, plus you run your omnibus, you will be able to make at least 400 or more source marks, which is definitely going to be worth it. And you should be running your bounties not just every Thursday, but once every day as well. One of the things that I started doing while grinding source marks, I started buying all the styles in the House of Legends, and I had to work my way up from T1 all the way to T6 and beyond that. And pretty much, I gotta say that it was really easy. First, I had to get all the styles from the villain side, then I had to go ahead and get all the styles from the hero side as well. But eventually, as you see here, you know, the source marks, buying them, they only costed like 10 source marks, but eventually they went up. Certain styles started costing 70 source marks, and then they went up to 100 source marks. But I was still able to get all these styles for free, and it was really easy too, because if you guys haven't noticed, all these styles are account bound. So pretty much you guys can literally grind source marks on alts. If you have other characters that you play on, you can literally grind on those characters, and you can start buying these styles, and you can transfer them onto your main character, so you can get feats twice as fast. So it was really easy, if you tell me. And pretty much every Thursday I pretty much grinded on 2 different characters, and I was able to just get this less than like 3 months. It was real easy. You guys can definitely do the same, and you will get a lot of skill points. As a bonus, you will also get all these reward boxes in your inventory, and pretty much every time you open them up, you can basically get even more feats by collecting styles that are RNG based. It's all randomly generated, and just by collecting these styles, always go for the styles that you haven't collected, and you will basically get feats every time you collect them. Then if you guys don't know what to do with all this extra gear, you could just go ahead and salvage it. And once you salvage your gear, guess what? You could just go ahead and rank up your augments and get them all caught up to date, so you'll become even more stronger. And this will definitely save you money from having to buy augment XP from the marketplace. So this is definitely worth it. Eventually you're gonna reach a point where you're gonna realize, like, you know what? I literally just got every style from the House of Legends. I don't even need to grind source marks anymore. What's the point of grinding when I already got almost everything on the game? Well, if you're interested in making some DC cash, you can literally start selling source marks within the game. Because the number one thing that Daybreak is always throwing at us is new artifacts and allies. So you can basically start buying the ingredients to upgrade your allies and artifacts using source marks. You can buy Dynesiums, Paradox Energies, Quantum Field Energies. You can even buy alliances. You can buy rare alliances, epic alliances, even legendary alliances. So when it comes to selling the catalyst for the allies and the artifacts, you need to know the value of the catalyst. You need to know what they're worth. So for example, the Dionysiums are worth 500,000 just for one, and a rare alliance is worth 600,000. A quantum field energy is worth 800,000. And when it comes to the paradox energies and the epic alliances, they both cost 15 source marks for both of them, and they go for about 1.2 million each. Or you could sell them for maybe 1 mil each, depending on the prices on the broker. But the one thing that sells the most is the legendary alliance. Those are basically it's going to cost you 35 source marks just for one. And just for one legendary alliance, it should definitely be worth 2.5 mil or just 2 mil a piece. So if you see any of these items higher than that price in the broker, those are Matt super prices. Don't fuck with that. You'll be getting ripped off and scammed. So as you see here, I'm just over here on my alt, and I'm just buying all the paradox energies, and I'm just transferring them onto my main, because that's pretty much where I'm trying to make money on. So I'm over here just putting the items on the broker, and after I put all of them on here, I pretty much, you're only able to put 5 if you're a premium player. You can only sell 5 items at a time on the broker. So anyways, the next day I go ahead and log in, or a few hours later I just log in and boom, you got mail, and then you see, oh my god, you sold all your items, and they sell pretty quickly. So pretty much you got to know your items and their value. And if you guys want to scroll back, you guys can, to go ahead and check out how much their items are really worth. Now, I'm not saying this to discourage you, but when you grind and do all your bounties and you spend 300 or more source marks, like, you basically, the goal here is to try to get 20 million or 25 million the most. I always go for 25 million every time I'm selling, alliances or the catalyst for artifacts. I always get 25 million every time I do my bounties and every time I grind. And 25 million is really not a lot. And pretty much people are like, why the hell will I do all that just for 25 million? Well, if you really think about it, you're basically grinding and you're getting 25 million for free just by selling source marks. So this is the reason why I tell you guys need to start doing your open world bounties every single day, because if you start running and playing on alts, you can basically grind source marks, buy catalysts, transfer them to your main, and you can sell them. So basically, if you do it twice, like I have a villain and a hero, so basically I make 50 mil every Thursday. So that's literally like 200 million a month. You guys can literally do this in less time. You guys can literally make 100 million or 150 million a week. It all depends on how many characters you have. Like if you guys have like 6 characters and you guys are premium, you guys can literally be making like 150 million per week. And pretty much, like, it literally takes only 2 hours a day just to do all your bounties, and you'll get over 400 source marks. And then all you really need to do to get like 20 to 25 mil is spend around 300 source marks on catalyst, and you could literally sell that and make some easy money there. So if you really do the math and you were to make like 20 mil on 5 different characters, that's 100 million within 1 week. And the reason I know this is because I used to grind and do this myself. I had over 25 billion at one point. This is just a screenshot from me back in the day. I had like 16 characters before I got banned, and I used to grind doing bounties all the time. And you guys can definitely do the same. You guys don't have to ask for money. You guys don't have to beg for money. You guys can literally start making money for free just by grinding. And this is why you guys need to start doing your open world bounties, not just every Thursday, but you guys need to start doing them on alts. You guys need to start doing all your bounties on different characters, just so you guys can start selling, making money on the game. You can literally grind source marks to get stronger, or you can grind source marks to become rich. The choice is yours.